a very famous YouTuber predictive history Jiang Xueqin, that he is talking that he can predict that American empire will collapse after the war against Iran. And I analyzed a lot of analyze them. My thinkings about this person and about the society and about the situation. And I just get one audience during my live stream, and after that, and then I just another audience. Just another audience to have comments on this issue, and I was quite happy about that. And he comments that he is from England, and very you said that this is a very interesting channel. But surprisingly, then just hours later, that same audience saying asked me that what will happen, what will be the end be like after that. That makes me very disappointed. That I saw that man. Greetings from England. I thought that man might be very smart person. Maybe he finds something resonate, something very good and resonate in my videos. Turns out he is just another idiot. Want to get some ready-made predictions. No thinking at all. Just a very typical Chinese. What I think about the Chinese this mindset of want to completely he has a brand. He don't use his brand. Just want other people to give them the ready-made answers. That makes me very disappointed. So I kind of so I think that then I feel I don't want to answer the question to that person alone. I just want to make another video about this teacher, high school teacher Jiang Xueqin, and he is also did some background research on him. So I'm trying and also ask the other PhD doctors about his about this person's prediction, and then another the Dr. Bo in so he said that he is quite limited information and is quite static and don't know about what will happening happening in the future or happening now. So his prediction is quite limited. It's not trustworthy. And then and also combined with what I have just get the background research. So I would like to do some complimentary comments about this person who, and in case this person Jiang Xueqin, he just predicted three things. The first is that Trump will become president. Second is when he becomes president, American will beat Iran, and the third is American will lose the war to Iran, and after that American empire will collapse, and the world will encounter a very big change. Said hi, okay, and so first I would like to say that the first two predictions that have come true is not that special, because there are numerous YouTubers have predicted that Trump will become president, and I think maybe half. I think half, more than I think half, at least half of the American citizens will predict Trump to become president, because they will, over half of it, because they vote for Trump. And so it's not that special to predict that Trump will win. Also, that the second prediction saying that Trump will prediction saying that American will beat Iran after the Trump become president. This is not special at all. This is not so special at all. I need no other the Sydney dad also predicted that at that time when the first time. And when the first few days after Iran attacked the protest, killed the protesters, and he is beginning to say that turn back count for the Iran for the topple of the Iran regime, and then and now I think he is already turn back count 1, turn back 2, and now it's already 40 turn back count that he has made videos about this. So it is not alone. It is not that special that made the first 2 predictions about the first Trump will win and second the Iran will be beaten by American. So and then he made a third prediction saying that American will lose the war. That is quite shocking because everybody knows that America is the world leading power in the world. So it's quite and also and many people's money are heavily invested in the American stock market. As far as I know what I see this someone scolded me here. I think I'm going to block him. King James. No, she will be started. I'm not. Okay, I will hide the user. Okay. Okay. My name is Mike Cox. Okay, my name is Jiang, similar to the high school teacher. And so I just want to say that what I was saying, I just forget a little bit. And so it is not that special. He made these predictions, but it is quite shocking if he said American will lose because many people's money, especially British and European, their pension may be heavily invested in the American stock market, and then will make the world change big. So kind of worrying for many people to face such future such future. So I kind of did some. So first I want to say that that the high school that he is only a high school teacher, and I think most now that most of the society, most people have been to high school. What do you think of your high school teacher? I think when we are at a school, we all know that. We all admire our teachers because they teach us something that is quite just lead us into some unknown world, and it's kind of lead us into from darkness into the into something Illuminati world. So I think I have been admire my high school teacher, not only high school teacher, and but at the last I would almost know their limit, and I think if you are smart enough, you would understand. You will sense that at the end of your high school, that you will sense the limitness of your high school teachers, and high school teachers they quite know. They teach you knowledges, and but they this is the first thing that I would like to talk is about the limitness of a high school teacher, and this Jiang Xueqin is not only just have the limitness of a high school teacher, but also he is incompetent high school teacher because he get fired twice. He get fired twice in the high school because he made some reform in the high school, and some students parents don't like him, saying that he is taking the students as rabbits, as laboratory rat. And that is irresponsible for a teacher to do this experiment on these children because that will determine their future. But instead of criticizing himself, and also some people complained about that he is not he have some conflict with the students, and but instead of mentioning this, he when I first hear about what he talked about, he's being fired in the high school. He only talked that. Okay, I'm very happy that I have deleted that person. Okay, So okay, so I think that the first time that he talked about his being fired from his perspective, from his standpoint, saying that it's completely game theory thing, saying that all the players in the school, the students, the parents, and the universities, that they are all playing again. That is in some way, and he is quite innovative to try to do something that is completely different from theirs. So they said that it is so that makes them quite uncomfortable, and because they live in a society, they don't want to get into a completely different world and to accept what he believes in. So that listens that when you hear that, then you would think him as somebody very, very innovative and very smart, and a kind of martyr of being reformed of education. When I talked this to my boyfriend is much smarter than me in dealing with people. He told me that he is that is only from what he is saying, but I don't know what from other people is talking about why he is being fired. Like if my boyfriend was get fired, he would think that this job is very boring and just waste my time, so I don't like it. Then they just fire me. But actually, maybe I have done so many better things in this company, so they just not working hard at all, and then I get fired. So at that time, when my boyfriend said that, I was quite. I was a little bit angry hearing that, because I think this is. I think that he is trying to criticize someone is very become a martyr by being creative. But after I read some background information, here's that he is it is not like that. What he said about. And he said about all the good things about his education, creative education, innovation, and I think that is not that good. I think he is just protected by the president of the high school, and that is President Wang. And then he get protected and to can have this opportunity to do the experiment. And then, but he is quite very and he is very limited in his scope of the society when he do things and don't consider better and just make people to read more books and thinks that it's not for. It's not simply directly for the examination, but to read books to improve themselves, to be independent thinkers. And it's talked very, very things very, very, very idealistic, but he is not that good. I think. So it is really. I think when I hear about this, I think it is really taking the students as experimental. Laboratory rats, because he didn't have any such experience before, and he just used these students. These parents, their kids, they spend a lot of money, a lot of time to send their kids to go to high school, and the high school, the 3 years of high school is fundamentally important for their lives, because that will determine which university they can go into, and then for just following that will almost determine what kind of person they will meet, or what kind of job they will almost determine their whole life. And he is just using other people's kids as laboratory rats. And he is quite young at that time, and he also talks about that he when he was in America, he can't find a job, just being a freelancer and trying to publish trying to get accepted by publishing poems, but always get rejected, and always get rejected, and makes him quite depressed and kind of get blocked down in his life and very depressing. And then to learn all kinds of other things like driving, like cooking, and he has no talent in cooking. And when he do these things, always want to get praised, always going to be accepted. And he realized that he is very different from other people those people who are not from the top universities, but they do these things. The cooking is just because they like it. So that is it seems that the shortcoming that I discovered about him last night is he discovered it himself as well, but he never get a change of it at all. So this is one thing that I talked about his experience. He's as a high school teacher. He is kind of. I cannot say him that he is lying, but I kind of think that he is trying to beautify his experience, his failure as a high school teacher at the first several years. This is the first time that I think that he is kind of lying, and then I read about his difficulty to make a living even in China, and he went to get fired in Shenzhen and then get fired in Beijing, and then he can't find any job, and then he get married with maybe not married, just have pregnant his girlfriend, and then have children, fiance, and then have baby, and then he can't survive in the first class cities in China, so he has to move to the to Chengdu. That is inland. That's an inland city in China. Do you know that earthquake that happens there? Happens around in that province, but didn't in that city. And he moves there just because it is cheaper, and even that cheaper, and rent a house there and raise a family there. Even in this cheaper city, he still can't survive, and he has to borrow money from his wife's parents. So he thinks that he find a wife that is quite that is born from a quite rich family, born into a quite rich family. I think this is not difficult to imagine, because he teaches students in the high school, in the most best high schools, in the first class high schools. So these students and are from very super rich from super rich families, and then all these contacts that he will have would be kind of relationship that will make him the people he connected with should be kind of have some quite well off social class there. So it's not surprising that he can find a wife that is from a wealthy family, and then can support him a little, can borrow money to him for him to survive. And this is kind of showed a very similarity to you and I. I think when I live in China, I even don't have to borrow money from my parents. I can find a job all the time, and even even that get fired, and I still can find a job. So I think but it is, I think maybe he is even less in worse situation than me. And also, I just think that I never totally believe what is said by a high school teacher. It is never because these high school teachers, they never have a real life and or a real job in the with society experience. And because they're dealing with is children, is the teenagers who have never get into society, and who have no society experience. So so they would never have these people don't have any life experience and don't know how the world how the world works. And these people are this is the first reason that I do not think too highly of them is first that they never have a real life and never have a real job and never make a really money in the world by being an adult himself. Just take advantage on these pupils. And the second is they are completely nerds, and the world to them are either black or white. Either black and white, and everything has a definite boundaries, and just like they mark students what is right and what is wrong is completely which is better student, which is worse student is completely definite to them. So the word is that they have very standard answers and everything, but they don't understand these standard answers. These definite standard answers are all based conditionally or even just statically, just temporarily, and it's just conditionally correct, but never can be challenging to a broader world. And the third problem they have is they have very limited information. That is very real, right? Because they have no work experience themselves. Also, they don't have much connection in the world because they don't have any society relationship work experience. So they don't have colleagues that work in societies, all kinds of engineering or the government, or don't have such limited information. All their friends maybe is just teachers, just like them, and all the students' parents, and the students' parents wouldn't use their skills to him, so they will never learn anything from the teacher students, but about the students only. And also we have, and the fourth one is that I would like to say is that they have been. That we have all been there. We have all been high school students. We all admire teachers. Would like our teachers can lead us into something that unknown world and make us can go further in our lives. And but they can, and what their job, the teacher's job is to keep our attention, keep our attention, and then they will win. So that is makes them, if they are popular in school, so they can keep their job in the high school. And if they are popular in YouTube, in the media, in the social media, and so they can get paid. Get paid by their classes. So essentially they are just selling their contents. But I think as a top student, you will definitely know very well of high school students' limits. And but I think Jiang Xueqin, this teacher, he is just a very normal, just a typical high school teacher, just trying to sell his courses. But he is different from most high school teachers, just teach the textbooks, but he can only he is knowing something broader than most Chinese teachers, because he have grown up in the Western world and have more opportunity to get in touch with these books and the society differences and make him a little bit thinking. But he is very limited. I think there are so many Chinese Americans very successful in American society, but he can't get a standing in American society. Means that he is very limited ability to invest in society, but he can see something and in very limited way. And so he is very special that he used his game theory. Usually that game theory is not taught in high school, so that makes it very special to teach that. Otherwise, if game theory is taught in university, then university teachers wouldn't elaborate something so in detail, so makes his class kind of fascinating to some students. And yeah, I just think that he is not he is just a teenager mind, not being able to make a living as an adult in the adult world. So and he's essentially selling his courses. He didn't open mind. He didn't have an open mind to the world, and everything, many reasons that he took didn't make sense at all. For example, he said that Trump always he said that why the Western world is much better than Chinese world is because of the American media can say whatever they say, but Trump is it always said Americans media are fake news. CNN is fake news, and PBS is fake news, or BBC is fake news, and always say this media are fake news. So he said that Trump is destroying the democracy, destroying the media, and saying that Trump is amusing the nation to death. I think his saying is very, very, very nerd to make such adjustment, to make such a conclusion, because because there's nothing taught in the book. I think in the books that he read, all the books that he read is only talk about the freedom of free speech of the media. Media is the third supervision of the society. But he never taught about the media can also make some fake news and abuse their power. So he didn't taught that, and when he encounter a person like Trump, and he who is brave to speak that these medias are separate disseminate fake news, he just use the older textbook try to attack Trump. So he is a very typical high school teacher, is that he has no ability to extend knowledge in the real world, but he can only remember the older textbooks, older books that he has reading, and he use that to protect himself. He is not a brave person. And I think as he said that he grown up in Canada, kind of always get racial, get discriminated as a Chinese, born from Chinese, and his parents are quite poor, so he's quite closed up his mind, and kind of feel inferiority of himself, and he is not good looking at all. Maybe he's not popular. And have personality is not open, just outer-sided personality, so it's not likable people, and so he feels very inferiority about himself in everything. So he kind of wrap himself with knowledge, want to use knowledge to make himself have a standing, to have a power to say something in the world. So makes that kind of makes him get some confidence, but also limited him to extend to really use knowledge in the world, and makes him a complete when you protect yourself with so many ironclad, and just also will make you a very, very strong person than other people. Then every human being is just wearing normal clothes, cotton clothes, and you wear ironclad, means that you are a robot. You are much strong, looks much younger, like a robot, and more strength, but also it's very hard for you to be flexible, to embrace the world with your ironclad. That is, and so that is all. So so just that is what I analyze. He is quite he grown up in quite feel quite inferiority, and then he used knowledge to protect himself and protect himself too much that he can't get outside, and then so he always use knowledge to pave. So everything he do is paved with the learned knowledge. Otherwise, he don't have any ability to move, and just don't have any ability to move. Yeah, just like many people said, black American in America maybe always get to do criminal things, and he as an Asian kid maybe he want to do the criminal things, not don't want to be disliked or to be criminalized. Maybe he use this things not to do the violence thing, but use the knowledge to armory to make armory himself and disassemble himself. So that makes him don't have no courage so makes him a person with no courage for truly bravery things, no courage for truly bravery what is right or wrong in the world. He don't have true courage to seek what is right or wrong, but use those very evil game theories, to understand the world. He have no heart courage to express or to wish for what the world should be like, and don't have, let alone any sacrifice or any strength to pursue anything that is good to the mind. He don't have that courage and don't have any morality to pursue what is right or wrong. He just power oriented and use game theory. Just don't care about what is right or wrong. Just care about which will win. So he don't have any true bravery, and also don't have morality strength to just don't have any morality strength to really just I think like some courage, like to do something. I know that I think to be a noble person, to do something that I know that I will lose, that might lose some, but I still want to make some want to make this sacrifice. I just I have been cheated by someone who is that want to scam money from me, pretending that they are so lack of money, so pitiful. Then then I think they most then you maybe you just let. I think I would I think maybe just 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, I would just give them the money that I have to just trust the person that who is in misery and don't want to win, to be right, to be correct, to be win all the time. That you might have 99% that you are scammed, that you are fooled by someone else. But maybe that is 1% that this person is really struggling. That so it's not just right or wrong. Sometimes you just make a sacrifice to stick to something that you believe. But I think he don't have that such courage, and then not only a powerful thing that he has is the game theory. Then he can predict other people, and the knowledge is that he think that he know better than others. And another powerful thing is that he can use the game knowledge to that is very powerful, that can control other people, right? Then know other people's strengths, just make other people suffer, and then make their conflict with each other, and then that is control other people. I think game theory is a very evil, very evil discipline. And so he is just smart enough to use his small smartness to calculation, just the calculation, yeah. make these minor calculations, but these things turns out these calculations turns out have no usage in the real world. So that explains why he can't find a job, make a living in American, although he graduated from Yale University and even not in Canada, and he never understand why, and he just don't have any talent in this and don't have such noble hearts like this. And the third thing that I would like to say that he is he lives in China, and he lives in, although he may say something bad about China or Chinese government or China, but his boss determines his brain, because he can't survive, he can't have a good life, he can't date satisfying woman in American, because in American East Asian woman wouldn't choose him, and just would rather choose a white man or other man, and then other racist women even wouldn't choose white woman also wouldn't choose East Asian man, things like that. Just things that he can't find a satisfying date in Western world, and also can't make a living in the Western world, and then he has to live in China. And then since he has to live in China to make a living, and then he have to stay in China and have to speak well of China, and then he is polluted. His mind would always, people all around him are Chinese. Or Chinese, every people knows that Chinese are locked in the local area network. That is their greater fire network, that they can't use Google or YouTube, these things. So this closed-minded people will also pollute his mind a little bit, and also his butt determined his brain, because he lives in China. He would be happy if he discovers something that China is better than other countries. So that makes him would always that he would favor to say what is that favor to say China is better in somehow. And also I think he is quite immature. Very he never can survive in the adulthood, so he can only get along with the pupils, with the teenagers, just be a high school teacher. And for example, he said he talked about Epstein. He said Epstein is the parasite of the society, and the reason that Epstein files was released is just because another group of parasites, just the jealousy of them, just want to replace them. They want to be the parasite of the society. So I think that makes sense. Just I agree with him that those powerful people, they just can't be that they would be so care about these little girls or little women, young women at all. They just want to. I think I agree with him. That is power conflict. That a big fist fight, a big fist. Then the normal people like us can get some information about the Epstein files. I agree with him like that, but he said these people are parasites of the society. I think that is very, very naive, because that shows that. I just want to ask one question: who do you think are not parasites of the society? Do you think farmers who produce the food for your is not or the factory workers and the laborers not parasites of the society? So that is what you mean? And so that is what he thinks. I just think that is very, very naive thinking. I think if you have power, if you are low enough in the, like you are homeless enough, then you would be very happy that you can be a farmer. of the world, or you can have a job in the factory, or have a laboring work in the world. So I just think he don't understand the basic mechanism and the structure of human society. He just think that those people in the upper class controlling the society make a big decisions, just can take advantage of the people. The other people is the parasites of the society. I just think that is too naive. I think either the society is a jungle society or a rat race. If it is a jungle society, and those at the top, they take advantage of people of the lower, they just eat them like a food chain. So it's quite normal. It's not a parasites eat this. It's not a. I think of saying that a parasite, these people who are taking advantage of other people are parasites. This is very, very communist idealism. I think is they take advantage of the lower, and those scammers, they just fool each other and get scamming so much money from these fool people who are fool, and for lower, and while the lower stupid one isn't or just who are lower and the stupid one, they also need to be uphold them for their power. Yeah, I think we can always see the workers want a job. Just I think kind of apply for a job from the capitalist, and but wouldn't. But we never see a capitalism would begging the laborers to work for them, right? So I think isn't he a parasite himself as well? As a high school teacher, what did he produce in the world? Did he plant a rice for me to eat, for anyone to eat in the world? Isn't he parasite as well? He's getting a salary from the school. What if his audience don't need that at all? Those things he talked about so evil game theories. Do you think that is good for the students, for the teenagers to become and to be stronger? Isn't poisoning their mind, make them lose faith in the world and very just think that what if his audience is not below him, or just I think he just taking advantage of this younger junior people, taking advantage of those junior people who don't have such knowledge, don't have knowledge. So because these junior people don't have knowledge, so he has this knowledge, so he is taking advantage of them. So get a teacher's job, and get paid by their parents. Isn't he taking advantage, parasite to his students? Everything is like this. Like you get information about this stock market. This company's stock share will improve, and then you use this information gap to make money. And also he is also using the information gap to make money, and like the investment people also use the information gap to use money, and some people maybe use the strength gap to make money. Maybe in the past, some people have in the past when there is no robot, there is no steam engine, then some people can have much labor, power, human labor. They can make can use ratchets stronger, and then they can pull the horse longer, then they can make more money. So if everything is just taking you are better than others in some aspect, then you make money. You just take advantage other people. You fool other people in saying that when the first time zero sugar Coca-Cola turns out some people don't know about there's such product. When the first saw about it, they would charge you 20 pounds for the zero Coca-Cola. It's just taking advantage of you that you don't know about this is so cheap. Also, about this year's nomination of Oscar, it's about as the Japanese can make the pearl with a pearl-like, very shining pearl-like plastic. It's just the plastic beads, but some boy just make it just lied to the antique dealer, saying that this is a pearl that is made from. That is generated by some woman's crying, and make a lot of money from this antique dealer. This antique dealer, out of greedy and ignorance, even sold his house to buy this pearl, the so-called pearl from this boy. Everything is just you know something better than other people, then you take advantage of them. Then you think this is an action of parasite. I don't think so. Otherwise, you are that high school teacher Jiang Xueqin is a parasite himself as well. Okay, who is talking to me? Oh, this is rubbish talking. Because you don't care about me, do you? Yeah, I don't care about you. Okay, so unable, so shows that this man is quite is very, very naive and don't very communist ideology in his mind, and the high school teacher is very limited here. And about he being fired by high school, he's beautified it as a game theory, and that is not true after we get some background information and found that something else that is. And high school teacher, and I like to say that a high school teacher can never go deeper. Just need to, the high school teachers, the responsibility of a high school teacher is not to go deeper in something that is so true that it is make something very, very true. It is not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to just need to broaden the teenager, the high school students' mind. Just introduce different theories to them. Like Jiang Xueqin, high school teacher, said. He said he is a professor. Okay, I don't know he did any research on himself. And he is just just introducing game theory to the high school teenagers, and also to help them to practice their mind with game theory. Just practice game theory and introduce it and practice it. Then he can never go beyond the text, because after at the end of high school there is a standardized test examination. Everything is right or wrong, standard answers. So he can never go outside of the textbook to do anything that is not in the textbook. He can just use it to derivative things, but can never create anything else. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a good high school teacher, because that way his students wouldn't get correct answers in the standardized examination. And also his analysis on war is based on the 18th century histories, or the Chinese wars history, is make it too simplified. Such as he said that by withdrawing the troops, Ukraine can trap can extend the enemy, can extend the Russian troops, and then can beat Russian, and can beat Russian. So he beat Russia, and he criticized, saying that Zelensky is an actor, just don't have any war tactic, and don't withdraw, and just fight each inch of the land, just want to get support, want to get the spirit, keep the spirit. I think he just make this conclusion, make this concluded irresponsibly. If I don't think Zelensky, if there's a chance that Zelensky could argue with him, he wouldn't be able to talk. He wouldn't fight back at all. And he just exercised the students' minds, because there are many such war examples in China that they because China is a very big country. When sometimes like Japan, when Japan invaded China, the best what Mao did is just withdraw, and then will extend Japanese soldiers, because Japan is a small country, they don't have much people. So as just the Chinese army, the Mao just make the Chinese army withdraw, and then because China is super big, but then the logistic of Japan can't be follow up. Then so they will be extended. Once they are in the middle, they don't have so much people, they will be much sparse. And once they're in the middle, and then the Chinese army can attack Japan both in front, up front, and back, and from the up front and the back, with just stretch them. This is a very, very simple, a very, very common node example in China. But this thing I don't think this will comply in Russian Ukraine war, because although Ukraine is quite a large country, but Russia is much larger than Ukraine. They have much more people. If they stretch, they might never have any chance to fight back at all. So he just concluded very irresponsibly, and that makes sense, because he is only a high school teacher. He's only a high school teacher, and he just needed to use this example to tell the students, haha, you don't know that there is a Chinese war. In the history, there is a Chinese war between Japan and Chinese, that when smaller country that invaded you are a big country, small country invade a big country, you just withdraw, and then you can beat and you extend your enemy and then beat them. So that is very effective to teach the high school student, but it didn't apply with the real what happened in the Russia and the Ukraine war. But in this way he did very well as a high school teacher to teach something to just make nonsense. It's just an mind. It's just a thought experiment for the students. But I think these students who learned from him, if it is learning too much, too trusting in him, might become a completely nerd themselves, always made a false judgment, and so stubbornly made false judgment, so looks so surely, and then will speak very unfair words for people and hurt other people's feelings. I think if Zelensky hears that, he will get much hurt of his feelings, and he will not fight him, but will get hurt, and maybe wouldn't offer a job to him actually. So that makes sense that if this man can't find any jobs in the Western world or in China, in the adult world, because he thinks himself he is so smart, but he always make irresponsible conclusions about other people, and this wrong judgment will hurt other people's feelings everywhere, and other people don't have so many knowledge as him, but we all know intuitively that he is wrong. He is just misjudge them, but they can't speak, can't argue with him, and then would very hate him and were very tortured by him and wouldn't like him. And yeah, so he is just can be a high school teacher and can't go further. Even also his high school student would also be losers if we trust him too much. And the eighth thing that I would like to say is that this shows many people that he become so popular recently shows a very cruel reality, that is that many people, many audience, their ability, their level is even below high school ability, and they just turn adults, but they are below high school ability. It's a shame, right? The so many people in the world, the YouTubers, the audience, you can most of them, maybe the majority of them are just stupid people, no knowledge, no judgment, no thinking. Just like previously, there is someone that I have blocked, asked me to take off my glass and give me 20 pounds. Just this the pornography guy, right? So I just blocked him. So this rubbish, complete rubbish people, they just indulge themselves in something very dirty and very ugly things. So this is a very cruel word. Yeah, either stupid, either dirty, either bad people and stupid people. This is a word. Then and we always, I think I have been always want to be around with smart people, with someone who can make me improve. But it is inevitable that you live among, in the society, mostly are very stupid people, below, even most of them below high school ability, high school levels ability. And I think the last thing that I would like to talk about this, about he's become so popular recently, must make a lot of money recently, is and kind of the Chinese YouTubers must celebrated him, talking about he can predict so good, so well, and it shows that the Chinese YouTubers love him because they make the Chinese very confident and happy. They always feel inferiority to immigrant to the Western world and have very little standing here. But when they see someone native in China and can become so smart and predict the collapse of American empire, they would think very well of themselves, and so those people who talked democracy and talked about democracy so blatant, so uprightly, and criticized CCP every day, but one day that they would never hesitate to stand with CCP, and when CCP and China, communist and China, when they saw some evil strength is among them, some evil powerful strength is among them. They are mostly power-oriented, benefit-oriented people. So you can see you can see that those people who pretend, who are showing that they are so integrity, always have angry upon the better things or inequality or the better things of the society, or things like speaking to someone, you would think so well of them. Don't be fooled. They are just these people just pretending, very good at pretending. Once they are just don't have any any standing in the world. Once they get something that from themselves, from their side, is so powerful and evil, and they cannot see the evil. They cannot see the evil. They would just stand with this evil powers. So it is. So it seems like this. Yeah, that is very very. Surprising that when we just think deeper about the world, we will find that the majority of people we meet every day must just below the high school levels of thinking ability, and those people who always talk about the justice, fairness, and this think talk louder is just because they are not in power. Once they are in power, they would do all the evil things themselves. Don't be fooled by them that I think that they are representative of something integrity or good. Nothing about that at all. So this is what I'm thinking about. I made some notes that before I talking, so I kind of read it before while I was talking. So thank you very much. I just read some comments. Thank you very much. Yeah. Mike Cox. Okay, I think I told you my name. And who are you talking about? Okay. Carl Jung. Okay, I will. Carl Jung. Okay, I think is it Carl Jung? Psychologist, right? Is a similar person as Faust, right? I don't know. I think I would read a little bit about later. Okay, Carl Jung. I think I read his book, Carl Jung. If the psychologist that you mean. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Very thank you. This is a weekend. I see many British people enjoying their weekend by playing all kinds of games, either at home or outside. At home, my boyfriend have invited some friends to play the Warhammer, and outside, when I go outside, I see many British men play the rugby. Wow, they kind of very very and very very normal, very take seriously, and someone take videos, very anti-flex big very expensive cameras, and there are kids and women and the families watching. They are playing rugby's. This is things like every people is enjoying their weekend, so I'm kind of think that I should be enjoying it too. So kind of, yeah, we should need some relaxing on the weekend, right? I hope you have a good weekend too. Bye bye.